Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the farm. We are up early. It is the start of fall, and we've got a job to do before we get the rest of the animals fed this morning. And it is right down here at the front of the yard, and it is chicken moving day. They have been in here for quite some time, as you can tell by how tall the grass is, but it is time for them to move. And we've debated on where to go with them because we do still have some hot days, and the reason we like it in this section is they had the trees down there to get under. But for right now, we are going to be moving them up here into this front part by the fruit trees where we had them before. And main reason is we want them to have as much sunlight as possible. We're going to be moving the shade cloth as well because we want them to have some more shade. They'll have shade in the afternoon as the sun goes down and the shade grows out here into the pasture. They'll have a little shade in the trees. I'm not sure how long we're going to keep them there because it is still warm, and I kind of want to get them to move by some trees. But I'm also fighting the, trying to get this fence open, but also fighting the thought of wanting them to have as much sunlight as possible, because as the days grow shorter and shorter, which is starting to, as fall is upon us now, that is when the egg production slows down. So for now, we're just moving them one spot up here, and then we'll decide later what we're gonna do with them. I don't know how long they'll stay there. It may just be a week, I'm not sure, but they're waiting on me to get them moved. It's gonna take me a little time because I need to get all these fences picked up, move the carts across, then we'll get them out before we start moving the rest of everything. But we've also needed to check up on Delilah, see if she's had any piglets yet. We need to fix a chicken tractor or a chickshaw on the young egg layers that's starting to fall apart. So got a few things to do this morning, but the first thing is to get these chickens moved to a new spot. Okay, we've got it ready. Feeders are in. The only thing I haven't moved yet is the shade cloth, but the chickens have waited long enough to come out. It's always a good feeling for us to get everybody moved, and the chickens. And the chickens are definitely the hardest animal to move. The coops are a little bit heavy. The fence is a lot taller than the pig fence, so definitely takes some more time, but it's always a good feeling once you get them moved. And these chicken shaws will be moved a spot every day, so they'll be working their way up around this area. We've got 6 fences, and here is the best part as we release the birds. They've got a whole new field of bugs to get after, whole bunch of pecking and scratching to do. We just mowed this spot yesterday, and you can see they are already interested in what is going on here. So I'm sure they'll head up here towards their feeders here in just a second, but I know they are glad to get out. Well, there we go. We might as well follow the running of the chickens as they head up to their feeders. I'm gonna put their shade cloth right up where it was last time. A bunch of dinosaurs trekking across the yard, but I do want to see if we've got any morning omelets laid. Sounds like we hear one. Oh yeah, they've already been laying this morning, so we definitely have breakfast, and markets this weekend. We'll have plenty of eggs. We've got both of our flocks laying like crazy now. The young flock's eggs are getting a lot bigger and catching up to the size of this older flock of brown sex links. So they found their feeders. Waters are up there by the golf cart. And one thing that I do enjoy about this as well, you can only get so close to these trees with the zero-turn mower. The chickens will take care of all the weeds down here. So they found their feeders, so I'm gonna get them shade here in just a minute, and they are ready to go for the day. A lot of people think that pigs will mess up an area, but check out these small little pigs here. This is underneath their shade cloth. Look at the holes they have dug. Now they've been in here for around a month, I would say, three to 4 weeks. So they've had time when they use these holes for dust bathing. You can see they got the dust. Dust helps them clean fleas, ticks, mites, anything they may have. That is how a chicken cleans itself. So chickens, if left to an area for a long time, can mess it up worse, maybe, at least worse than our pigs. Although this little guy right here, yes, you, has given the chickens a little bit of a run for their money. We've noticed with the coonies that it's the younger pigs that normally root. I can tell by your snout, don't try to hide it. And it's normally in a very wet area or an area that has some grubs. So all the people that say, well, coonies don't root. Well, what we've found in the 4.5 years that we've been raising cooney pigs is that it's the younger ones, yes, you, that like to root up the ground. And as they start to get older, we see less and less of that. Thanks, Leonard. Our younger flock of brown sex links have been patiently waiting this morning to get out, and they're gonna be obviously the next flock of chickens to get moved, but that is for another day. They've got another day or so in here before we move them. So let's get them out here. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. They are the friendliest chickens that I have owned, and definitely lay the most eggs. So they had to wait in here a little bit longer this morning to get let out, just because anytime it's a chicken move day, that does take us a little bit longer to get out and get going. So looks like we need some feed. Early in the morning and in the evenings when the sun starts to go down is definitely my favorite time to be out here watching the chickens do what they do. In the afternoon it gets a little bit hot and they are not quite as active, but this time of day it is fun to be out here. But let's check and see if the younger ones have any eggs in the nest box. And they definitely are starting as well. We've got 4 eggs in here, all nice and warm. Means they've just been laid. So they're keeping up nicely with the older flock. We'll come back this afternoon and we're gonna check out who has the most eggs. I think there's around 57 birds in our younger flock here. Good morning. And I think we're close to the same in the older flock. I'm not 100% sure, but the older flock is probably gonna be laying more often than these younger chickens. Usually it's every 1 to 2 days. Oh, nice chicken, huh? But we have some work to do before we check egg boxes this afternoon. You can see this chickshaw is coming apart from my brace, so I want to get that fixed so this is still working as long as it possibly can. Why are you pecking the camera? Huh? You're not getting enough attention? You're definitely not getting enough attention. All right, you can see this board that's supposed to be holding it up is pretty much all rotted out. So we're gonna prop this up and take that board off so we have a perfect measurement of what we need, and then we'll get a new piece out here. Quick update on Delilah before we get that coop fixed. No piglets. Not yet anyway. Should be a couple of days and we'll have babies on the farm. She is definitely starting to fill out. We've got it in place. It's just a patch, but sometimes a patch is a perfect fix. Now I'll leave these hens alone. They're wondering what's going on. If they lose the egg battle this afternoon by a lot, it's probably because they went through some trauma while I was fixing that, but you can hear. Of course they stop when I ask, but you can hear the hens in here singing and shouting, letting everyone know that they are laying eggs. So we'll come back this afternoon and we'll see which flock lays the most eggs. All right, we are on to evening chores. It has been a very productive day. It's funny, on weeks that I'm finished with butchering chickens, I feel like, man, I can do so much. I'm gonna have so much free time. Never ends up that way, but that is okay. We've got a lot of things done today that are needing to get done, that get pushed to the side after we are processing, and this is the most beautiful time on the farm right now. That sun is down behind those trees, and you'll notice that up front more than back here. So this is the younger flock. We started with the older flock this morning, so we'll check the amount of eggs on the younger flock first, and first basket is looking good. Let's get them out and start counting. $17 in the first coop. All right, there it is, 39 for the day. We had more than that yesterday, but like I said, these younger chickens lay every 1 to 2 days. Some of them are just starting and doing well. So 39 in here. Let's go up front and check out the older flock. All right, here's the older flock enjoying their new spot, and just a little bit of sun peeking through up here. They're actually out a lot of the day underneath the shade cloth up there. We got the shade cloth up there, and one come running like they're missing out. But I expect to get more than 39 from these hens, but let's check it out. Glad to have them moved. The flock back in the back, the younger brown sexlings, will get moved shortly. Won't be long. Either tomorrow or the next day we'll have them moved to a new spot. So here we go. Decent first nest box. Let's check it out. It's gonna be close. We've got 18 in the first box. Oh, not as many as I was expecting. Let's see what we got. What are you doing? A lot closer than I had expected. 38. All right, had me fooled. I would have definitely thought the older hens would have laid more. And like I said, I don't know how many. I know there's 57 young ones. I'm not sure about these older ones. But the biggest difference is the size. And the younger flock is getting bigger. Actually, that looks pretty good. But the older flock is still laying a little bit bigger egg. But the young flock beat them by one egg. We're gonna have a talk with these ladies here. This will be the first year that these chickens will molt. They have not done that yet, but I think we have one that maybe has started. But anyway, we have been getting some really good production out of the chickens and have a lot of eggs at the market this year for sale. So one thing I will say, these chickens, if you're looking for eggs, brown sex link or any sex link chicken really, they lay a lot of eggs and they rarely go broody, because when they're broody, if you know or if you don't know, I'll tell you, when they're broody, they don't lay. You want that grass? They do not lay eggs when they are broody. So it is a good thing that these don't go broody. We do not have a rooster in here, and we get this question a lot. It's surprising, but some people think you can't get eggs if you don't have a rooster. That's not true. Chickens are gonna lay eggs no matter what. Your eggs just will not be fertilized if you don't have a rooster. And so we can't hatch these eggs. But anyway, had a great day. It's a beautiful evening. I love sitting out here with the chickens in the evening as it cools down, and they just sit here and talk to us. We hope you're having a fantastic week. Don't forget to make the change, and we'll see you on the next video. Uh-oh, we've got new results. I forgot, we have a few chickens that lay beside the box in here. There's 2 more eggs. So the old flock won. They've got 40 eggs. The young chickens had 39. Now I just gotta fish these out of here. There's the winning eggs. 39 and 40. You guys won, good job. You can't have your eggs.